But I didn't read this last time, so you get your additional content, I guess. So yeah, I think my little girls are gonna be called, my little girls are gonna be called Sanne, to represent her Netherlands mother, and Valentina to represent her. Like, but now that I say that out loud, it's like, I don't know, it feels good to say, but I think my two little girls are really gonna be called Sanne and Valentina. But when I say this, it's still like, it's still. Oh yeah, hi. I forgot you. Okay, that was one. That was two. That was three. I think, and so technically I have to install all the apps, configure all the apps again so that they like be my app and that sort of stuff. Where the fuck was the fourth one? Oh, there it is. And I should be like, oh, there's a guy in. Huh. Like last time I thought this was more like a capsule. So somebody weird bought me an electricity token. Well, somebody bought an electricity token. Oh, you're Dupa. Hey Dupa, answer me. Did you buy me an electricity token? Hey? Huh? We're gonna have a serious problem, huh? Come on, face me, bitch. I'm actually gonna do something I think I've never done before. I noticed in game number, after beating game number 2, or like at the end of game number 2, I noticed that my mic wasn't on. Or that settings are like corrupted and that my mic wasn't on. So I'm gonna replay game 1, and I replayed game 2. And why do I choose replaying game number 2 instead of game number 1 instead of doing a voiceover? The thing is, it's been like 35 minutes long, so I can shorten the time. And I don't think I can fill time off in 35 minutes and only the story about my new phone. And maybe my pregnancy, but I'm already talking a bit about my pregnancy and baby girl names. Or the little girl names in game number 2, so I'll leave that out of game number 1. But yeah, out of here. You remember Gutter Knight? Remember Gutter Knight in that game and thing? Well, let me pull up the game thing. This guy also made Gutter Knight and Side Hustle. So if I shamelessly plug my YouTube, I tried to recreate game number 1 here. I tried to recreate the same video and that sort of stuff. So if I do like Side Hustle, that's from 3 Scary Games 220. And normally when I wanna see if I play the game, I do it like this because I did play it like this. And I don't know why it pulls up this again. But Side Hustle you can find in 3 Scary Games number 22. And Gutter Knight, I think it was called, in 3 Scary Games number 10. So if you want to watch the other games this developer made, which I highly recommend you do, 3 Scary Games 210, 3 Scary Games 220, and things. But now we're gonna play out of here. This will be my second playthrough, so the game was, in my opinion, all not like that scary. It might scare you and thing, but so yeah, thing. But the premise of the thing is like, we're the new island keeper around here, and strange things happening in the night, and that sort of stuff. Thing. So at least the band takes benefit of the doubt that I have to go across the stairs again. But I want to let me tell the same story as I did throughout the video a bit, but thing. As you already told, I got a new phone. As you can see, it's a Galaxy A75, and it's an upgrade from my G6 Plus. And this phone comes from 2018, 2019. It still works, and it's still been serving me great. And I can't really use my new phone yet until the 14th of August, which is in a month. Because my number is staying the same that I have. The number is staying the same and that sort of stuff. So, So because of that, I can use it to the 14th of thing. If I had a new number, I could, but otherwise not. Thing. But the reason I say this that my phone is old, because like, you know how like the chargers have like these metal things? Oh yeah, that was the intro. Thing. Well, I was like in Italy with holiday with my girlfriend, and they or she was like noticing like that I was told her I was like looking already for a long time for a new charger, because my old one, like the cable in the old one had like at the top here. Normally, if this is like where the cord is, or like breaking up, so like the inner wiring was starting to show. It was still working, but you know, sometimes I was wondering if I kept it there, you know, that I'd be like, you know, probably wouldn't be a lot because there's like not that many volt on it, but thing. And because of that, we tried to search for a few stores, and she already told me that like I have a prehistoric phone at that rate. And yeah, my phone is like at least 6 years, 5 years old, and that sort of stuff, and thing. At least 6 to 5 years old, and that sort of stuff, and thing. And because of that, like, I don't know if that works in other countries, but like our internet provider sometimes, like for example, with my internet provider, if I get like, you know, TV, internet, and a mobile phone, you know, contract of the same length, what the fuck, you know, then I get like, or how do you say that, like discounts and things. Okay, dear Crackle, hello, and receiving, hello. A good signal week, but you're there. You arrived earlier than expected. Welcome to Outpost 9. This will be your post for the foreseeable future. Your predecessor left an earl will beat you instead. Your duties are simple. Maintain the lighthouse, keep the light running at all costs, monitor the surrounding waters from the observation room, use the telescope to report anything unusual, anything out of place, drifting objects, light vessels. If you find something marked its position, you may investigate if conditions allow. Supplies will be delivered when possible. Do not leave the island unless instructed. Communication windows may be inconsistent. If the radio gets silent, continue your duties. We're counting on you. Over and out. A thing. And because of that, like, I already told them last year, like, hey, I want a new phone, because mine is old. And the thing is, like, over time, like, you're gonna have a new phone, because, like, apps keeps, like, the standard apps that you get from, like, updating your phone and that sort of stuff, you know, they keep updating, and eventually they get a lot of occupying stuff, indeed. They were like... that man just spawned in. Nothing. The thing and that sort of stuff. And because of that, like, they called like last Tuesday, you know, when I was about to leave for integration work. I was at integration work. And, you know, I was like, can this be 5-10 minutes and that sort of stuff? Then God tells me gonna be alone. Please let me know. Are you hurt? I don't think so. I just called. Tired. My head feels like it's full of fog. I can't tremble along even out there. Wait. Is this the mainland, isn't it? Can you help me up? I don't think I walk on my own. Throw it back into the water. Ellie, I know it lasted much longer than my whole body feels heavy. Thanks for helping me. I owe you one. Just get some rest. Yeah, it feels like I've slept in days. My name is Mark, by the way. Nice to meet you. I'll probably feel better in the morning. If you need me, I'll be here. Just give me a few hours. But that's the thing, like, they called like 5-10 minutes, like 10 minutes before I wanted to leave, you know, to catch the bus. Because the bus drives on a summer holiday schedule. And because of that, my bus only drives like once an hour. And that sort of stuff. But like they, you know, they do their usually check up of like, you know, are you still happy with our services, or do you still want to stay like a customer by your internet provider? And I mentioned the cell phone, and I checked again, and we chose the phone out. And the funny thing was, when he said he was gonna get the Galaxy A75, you know, he was like, you know. He was like, how do you call it? He was also like asking, okay, you want the phone in like gray, gold, black, so, pink, no. you know, black, gold, or no, gray, gold, blue, or purple. And I want a purple, but I asked something else first, and I completely forgot to say the color. And I just noticed when, like, I was getting, how do you say that? The receipt from, like, the thing. Still there, huh? Good morning, but it is still a little bit too. I think I saw it for now. So how long has the light has been here? It looks old. No idea. Really, huh? I figured I told you something about the place. There's gonna be some mystery here. Like, sorry, if you find that entrance, let me know. I think, but like, a thing. So I asked something else. I completely forgot the thing. It was when I was walking home afterwards that I like finally ordered my new phone. I was like, I'm gonna get a new phone. I'm gonna be happy, you know. I think. Then I was like, you know, hold up. Did I like ask the caller? Did I ask the caller? And I was like, oh, this is still like with the Ford. Or is also create the following numerous ships in the airline to construct the FTSO surface navigation boat for faster along the east coast. Station remained permanently manned until 1984. Due to advances in automation, the lighthouse was converted to remote operation. Remote is already maintained occupied for nearly 20 years. Listen maintains for visits are conducted as required. 20 years, then why am I here? 2005 traveling operation resumed. Personnel was once again stationed on the island. Doesn't make any sense. Everything was remote. Why send people back? Official reports regarding the reception station are unavailable. Of course they are. And suddenly keeper locks. Huh. A thing, but like that's the thing. And when I got my phone today, I got with like, you know, I got with like a cord. Only the cord, not with the head. You know how like a charger is usually a cord and a head piece, not a head in like oh no. And thing. But Mark is not there anymore and thing. And luckily I had like it was not a new cord, so I had no way to charge my phone besides, you know, on my laptop, and I don't think even would like fit in there. Luckily, I went to like my local Target store, which is like in the Netherlands, the Action. And where is Mark? Is he in there? Doesn't he spawn until you get into the shed? He doesn't spawn until a thing. And since I went to that tour, I got like a new charger or a headpiece to try out the charging. It had both like a place for my old one, but also for my new one. So I had a new phone charger already. Thing. Mark. 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 Do you see that white tire on the water? It's looking back at me. Oh, never mind. Must have been a wave. Sorry for scaring you. You're going through me. Oh. And thing. But then came the part of like putting everything over from one phone to the other. Like luckily, you know, with Samsung, since they're both Samsungs and thing, and that sort of stuff, because thing. Because eventually, by the way, the color became grey, as you can see. And thing, because I didn't gave it and all the receipts that said grey. You know, I don't mind it because I don't use my phone that much. And that sort of stuff. And I'm probably gonna like put like a little cover around it anyway. So, but I also have to get used to across this like thing. Like maybe my belly pictures become like more thing. And that sort of stuff. But eventually when I put everything over, you know, I put everything over. So did you find anything about this place, or was it just a bunch of those two books? Left out some details, figured. Every reporter story also a few pages missing. What kind of details? Actually, let me guess. The book didn't say. Still, there's something strange about this place. Not quite strange, but it's hard to explain. When I standing on that pier earlier, I thought I saw someone out there. Out in the water. Probably just heard messing with me. I'm gonna stick around here for a while. He's acting weird, he's true. He's acting weird. But that's the thing, like, and thing. When I transferred everything over, it was like including apps that I used. So like apps, photos, and thing. Everything transferred over nicely with like the Samsung Smart, or that was, for fuck's sake. Like there wasn't something like smart app that you could use on both phones so that they can be connected together, and that they could like transfer files. And everything transfer over, even my apps. But you know what happened to my apps? You know what happened to my apps? They came with like a gray like point, and because they became like a gray like point, and we're like, I have like a shortcut on the desktop of like you installed something, but like you removed it, but the shortcut still exists. Yeah, that was that. It's a shortcut, but it's like you haven't installed the program, so you have to install it anyway. I guess it makes it easier to say apps that I've installed and not use anymore, but still. A thing, so. So yeah, but so like I have all my apps set over. But I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be. Already marked that one. Great. Okay, that was one. That was two. That was three. I think, and so technically I have to install all the apps, configure all the apps again so that they like be my app and that sort of stuff. Where the fuck was the fourth one? Oh, there it is. And I should be like, oh, there's a guy in. Huh. Like last time I thought this was more like a capsule. Thing. I thought it was a black capsule, like a capsule thing. But yeah, like so, like I have to install the M3 configure, but I think I'm gonna do that over time, and because I A don't want to, and B on the other hand, B on the other hand, I don't really want to do that now because since I can't use my new phone to the 14th of August anyway. Oh yeah, I forgot to walk against you. I still have 60 minutes already. Jesus. Hey, wake up. Are you okay? What happened? You suddenly collapsed. I saw something. Yeah? What did you see? Actually, never mind. You probably hit your head when you're filled. No, did I, Mark? Did I? Either way, you should break it each for bit. It's not going to go anywhere though. For a second I thought you were talking to someone, but there was nobody there. Come on. Let's go back over where you felt. Thing. So yeah, I have a new phone, I have to install it, and that was my story for. And I talked a bit about my pregnancy, and how it went, that like it's going fine. The babies are still kicking from time to time. My two little girls, and thing. And not as active as like Xavier was. Xavier was active. Xavier was like a little active kicker. That was fun to see for once, but thing. Because like as I said, like I want like as I said in game number, you're gonna see that in game number 2, but like in 2020 or in 2021 I started VTubing, and in 2020 I began with V2, and then I slowly turned into the Preggo Vtuber thing. Dat was contacten, het report, what whole check the service nog in, what one small vessel site offshore, that's somebody aboard, but visibility was born, and with a confirm, pilot report over. You copy? I'm here. Report received. The new possible thing you saw. Visual those orders not common during those duties. If you observe any further irregularities, log them in the report during your next report. No further action required at this time. And such. So, but yeah, the pregnancy been going well, but Xavier was an active kicker. I'm telling you. Which was nice for once, but like, you know, and fun to watch, but like, oh, that guy just like kicked and kicked, and I was trying to sleep from bed, you know. I was trying to sleep from time to time, and then when I was trying to sleep from time to time, it was like, you felt the kick, and I was like, oh, I can't sleep. You're too early, we didn't expect you yet. Where are you? I already know, didn't you remember? Look, the ocean holds all the answers. I still don't get this one. Or they tried to like warn me for marks. Then I feel like a dream. I need some air. Place is doing things to me. Thing. But yeah, like Xavier was like a kicker. Like Rosalina and Leonard weren't as much active. Like I think like Valentina and Sanna. Yeah, we'll get more about the names. Like my two little girl names are active, more active, and like yeah, Aurora was Aurora. I think Aurora was really calm, but also kicked a lot. What happened here? The ashes was sure. They weren't up and got up. Like somebody did a fire out of here, which is strange. Unless you started to put fire in your sleep by. You look like you've seen a ghost. Then he says, come on, let's clean this spot. Kept the shovel. And thing. But like, yeah, I think like the Zafir was the most active one. But they were just generally doing fine. I've been enjoying it so far. And, you know, how long I ever might be pregnant, and you know, after that, you know, be the perma Preggo gendered girl, and then, but that will be a thing. That will be a thing. You again? No! You get back here. Get banged. And thing. So yeah. And if you wonder why I'm calling like my two little girls that I'm carrying now Sana and like Valentina, just you know, check out game number 2. It feels odd to say because normally I record it like in game number 1, game number 2, game number 3, but instead my mic was not working. Oh yeah, to mark 50 bodies. Didn't get me. You can hear us now, it's good. It means you're starting to understand. Wake up at midnight and follow us. We'll show you a way out of here. What do you want from me? Nothing. We're trying to help you. Huh. I think. But yeah, it's still so old to be like over like the past 5-6 years being 4 times pregnant. As God also fertility. I guess my life is to be indeed a pregnant gender girl. You're awake, come on outside. They're expecting you. Can I do this within 35, like within less than 35 minutes? Now that I think about it, that will be okay. You're close, I know you're close. Take the shovel, we need it. Keep that close, you will need it. I don't want it. Doesn't matter what you want, now rest. You keep showing up in my dreams on the radio, out in the dark. Now they expect me to carry this thing around, don't trust him. I should talk to Mark, but I won't tell him about the gun. Of course now I do know better how to go on the stairs and like... I know what to do, so that's maybe a bit confusing. And sent the default to you. So it's not just me, I was hoping you'd say so. I've been nothing things for a while now. Things in the distance, something I think someone's watching me. Then I look again and there's something there. Keeps getting worse. I didn't want to bring it up, but if I experience it too, then maybe there's something else going on. Maybe there are people on the radio who know more. Do I actually regret becoming pregnant and becoming the pregnant Vtuber now? As I think, as I said, I think living this life as I have now, as like, regardless of fertility, you can't really choose your life, but like, you know, if I will be given a second chance to life, you know, knowing where I am now, and think, like, would I change anything in my path? I don't think so. Like, I think I was meant to be pregnant, and think, you know, and that sort of stuff. And like, look at me 10 years ago. 10 years ago, I wanted to be a pregnant girl, or a pregnant goddess, and that sort of stuff. And 10 years ago, I wanted to live a life like that. If you came to me like 10 years ago and showed me this, that I am this today, I would laugh at you and I would probably like, how did you know? You know, how did you know my secret? Hello, is anybody there? Yeah, I'm on outside. Thank God. I thought the network was dead. Listen to me. Do not come to the mainland. They're telling people everything is under control. It isn't. It started days ago. They called it a contamination event. No, entire towns have gone silent. If you're offshore, stay offshore. Wait, you said outpost? Are you alone? No, there's someone else here. How long? How long has he been there? Did he arrive by boat? Was he stranded? Listen carefully. The virus spreads through human contact. If you brought someone onto the island, if you had direct contact with them, then you might have been exposed. I'm sorry, you're on your own. Huh. I don't remember which I shot the last time. I think I shot the left one last time. Yeah, I shot the left one last time. There you are, don't listen to him. He's not real. I'm the real Mark. Which one of you is real? I don't know what the thing is. He's been following me for days. He's lying. Look at him. Come on, I've been with you for this whole time. You have to trust me. Jesus Christ, you actually shot him. Is it over? What was that thing? I think it doesn't matter which one you shoot. Doesn't matter now. Come on, let's get out of here. Thank you, I knew you would pick me, you always do. Like, as I still get like the story, I still like it and thing. Because it clearly tells the story of, you know, you go with an outpost and somebody coming shipwreck, trying to help them and thing. But eventually, you know, you learn that there's like a contingency outbreak and that Mark might be also effective. And by carrying him to the main shore, you know, you've also been affected and thing. And, you know, it might not scare me, but I think it might well scare others. And I've done it like 10 minutes earlier. So it might was worth re-recording. But yeah, I do love game 1. I'm not gonna lie, because the story is in place. It is like good to follow, even with all the stories about my pregnancies and thing, by my life choices and that sort of stuff and thing, which I do adore and thing with like the phone. Like it was good, followable story. You know, the pieces fall together, and like eventually at the end, everything makes sense to at least to me. And thing. Does it scare me? No, but I think it will scare some other people who don't play horror games for a living like I do. Because if you don't know, I have played I'm playing like horror games for a living technically, or horror games for a passion and things. So I have seen most of the horror things, and I do admit some things scare me. Sometimes things make me jump. And if you watch my shorts, you think everything will make me jump, but no. That leaves me with a funny like coincidence, because like technically I only have to record game 3, but I have re-recorded game 1 and 2. So yeah, you know what? If you like this, you like what you saw, you wanna play through yourself, explore a bit more and thing, link will be at the top of the video description now, bro. I'm Preggo, you're pregnant gender Vtuber Transgender, you're pregnant gender girl, as you can see, and that sort of stuff. if you want to play for something, get the top of the description down. If you want to stay up to date, make sure to follow and get notified when I go, upload a new video. And with that, let's head out to our second game of the day. Because technically, you are going to the second game. I am going to the third game. That's the power of magic and the power of editing. I'll see you in the next game. Okay, I'm gonna admit, yes. I just realized after beating game 2 that my mic was not on. So I recorded game 1 without a mic, and since game 1 took like 35 minutes, I'm not gonna re-record it, I'm gonna voice over that, probably. I don't know if I does it here on this thing, do I? I think I have. I do. Okay. Thing. So I'm gonna record over it, because my mic was not on and I've been like yelling for 35 minutes. I think I was playing through this game, I was seeing how my pregnancy went well, how it was a busy week, and that this Preggo hasn't really been thinking, about any girl names, and then on the spot, I was like, hey, Sanna as like a Dutch name, related to her trans girl mother, or her first trans girl mother, and then like Valentina, as in like, as for Rashi's Italian counterpart, and with like a little bit of blessing to like the goddess of fertility, because Valentina sounds nice, and Valentina sounds good, I think. But yeah. And such stuff. I will talk about more about the names in a bit, but like, welcome to our second game. Game 1 will be voiced over, so that you know. So I probably will leave a lot of like game 1 without noise, but that's fine, I think. But yeah, because otherwise I have to re-record 35 minutes. I might do that later. I might decide at the end. If so happens that game 1 is not voiced over, then yes, I did re-record it. If it is voiced over, then which way I choose. But that brings us by game number 2, Final Route and thing. And Final Route is about an electrician who has to call to work, and that electrician works in District 12, and District 12 so happened to be the bad district of the neighborhood. So, but yeah, as you know, I'm 29 weeks pregnant, and as you know, I really wanted to get pregnant in the summer to like try on dresses and thing, and then maybe to go swimming. I haven't done swimming yet. I have to do that yet, still. I'm in a bikini, to bump out and I'll be like, look at me, and thing. But, thing is, I haven't really thought about girl names. Yeah, it is true. I will be expecting 2 girls for Rashi, 2 little girls. And the reason I've been thinking about girls names is because it's so busy and so warm lately. And that's why I thought through this video, of like, why not a Dutch name and an Italian name? Because like, on the other hand, I'm Dutch, I'm from the Netherlands. If you haven't heard about my accent, because like, I suppose you have to be Dutch to know that, but like, you're supposed to be Dutch. But the thing is, like, you can really hear that in my accent, and that sort of stuff. And the second thing is, Rashi is Italian, so that will make sense. And I thought Sanne or Sanne is like a typical Dutch name, which, I don't know, when I say Sanne, it feels good, I think. And that's the same with like, when I was thinking of an Italian name, I even googled one, I have to like, admit. Well, I don't know, Valentina came out as like one connected to fertility, And since this was connected to fertility, it was like, huh? And like, and that's the thing with like, what I have now, when I say it out loud, Valentina, I don't know, it sounds correct, and it feels good. And it will be like a reference to Rashi, as in she's Italian, her side. It will be a reference to her trans girl mother who carried them, the 2 little girls, because as you can see, 29 weeks are still counting, and that sort of stuff. And thing, and I don't know, this is what I also had when I was like picking out my transgender girl name, because I was really settled on Elise, E-L-I-S, and not, not Alice in Wonderland, but E-L-I-S, and thing, and that sort of stuff. And my mind really wanted, I thought about Mia. Mia sounded beautiful to me, but I choose Alice. Yeah, I heard this already. Like, that's the thing. If I replay a game, this happens. We're not gonna go in there again. Oh yeah, wait, I have to. Hello? Hello? Oh wait, I haven't seen this. Oh wait, I haven't seen this. Oh, I get extra and thing. Kidnapping in the 12th district. Incidents of kidnapping have become more frequent in the 12th district. Please contact if you notice any strange behavior or come across any evidence. Is this only... Because this is a problem and thing. So, like, that's why I wanna, like, with Valentina, I don't know, it sounds like nice thing. But yeah, it's been going well. I want to go swimming somewhere next week or the week after that and thing, with like a bikini, and just like enjoy that. But if I have to choose now, like as it's been, I have been pregnant in the summer and highly pregnant in the winter. I think I still prefer the winter with all this heat because I can't handle the heat. And that's coming from somebody who might is gonna live in Italy with her girlfriend thing. But I didn't read this last time, so you get your additional content, I guess. So yeah, I think my little girls are gonna be called, my little girls are gonna be called Sanne, to represent her Netherlands mother, and Valentina to represent her. Like, but now that I say that out loud, it's like, I don't know, it feels good to say, but I think my two little girls are really gonna be called Sanne and Valentina. But when I say this, it's still like, it's still... Oh yeah, hi. I forgot you. This did make me jump a little in the first time, but I completely forgot this already. But now that I say that, I like Sanne and Valentina. It sounds good. And still think. I'm actually gonna call my children Sanne and Valentina. I mean, a few of my children are called like... what is it? Well, let me grab that, because I don't know if I have like any exposing materials. Yeah, I do have exposing materials in here. Is it this family tree? No, that's an old family tree that I made for my lore. No, this is supposed to be after the True Goddess adventure. And my children are called... Yeah, my children are called Rosalina, Leonard, and Xavier. So, like, Sanne and, like, Valentina don't matter that much, I think. Or that sort of stuff. But yeah, now that I think about Sanne and Valentina sounds really, really nice. And I think it works well together. Like, Sanne is like really easy to pronounce, and Valentina is someone like, with like a little bit more meaning, I think. But to think that I'm pregnant of twins again. It makes me happy. I recently did like behind the scenes, and I looked up when I did my V2 look for the first time, when I first designed the V2 look. The first version of it, because I have updated it over several times and thing, with mostly, it being, with it being, yeah, time to leave. With it being, getting updated several times, to afford for the pregnant bellies to represent my identity. The bigger breasts accompany, pregnancy, because if you get pregnant, your breasts get bigger and that sort of stuff. The many updates I've done, as in the brede ponytail, instead of a ponytail only, the brede tail's also behind it, the hard hedgehog. And I looked that up when I, first... Oh, you again. I forgot you again. Are you the one who caused us all of this, huh? Are you? You're not that scary now that I think of it. You're not that scary. You're not that scary. What happens if I walk through the blood? Or can't I walk through the blood? No, I can. I have to say you're not that scary. You're not. The thing, but I looked it up, and you know what? When that was? I first made my first video in October 2020. No, 2021. And that was the game again. Are you gonna let me leave? Huh? I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna go get you. Is this the girl who was exploded? Thing? Let me look it up, because I still don't remember the The stream wasn't like 2021, I think. Let me look it up real quick. I think, I know it's around the clock bikini bottom. I think. I know it's around the clock bikini bottom video that I did. The old days, that it was old Elise before I became the Transgender girl that I am today. Because I still know that this is the first video that I recorded with my V2 model. And this is from 2020.
Maybe like, it's what did you do? Be like, why do you, what is your model now, and why does it have like...
How times have changed.
And let me hear me out. Over the course of like 3 videos now, one that's at least 2 of which have released on, I don't know when this one will release, but these 2 that are already out are on Friday, at least on Friday 2 September 2020.
See, so around September 2020 I made my V2 model. And that was 3 to 4 years ago. And over those 3 to 4 years ago I discovered who I am and I became the Transgender girl. And I became pregnant myself. So yeah, thing. This game, I do like, you know, the little objective marker with the, you know, the arrow. Do I think it can go better on the order? You know, I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt since it got me the first time around. But yeah. You know what? Like, if you think it's a good game, let me know in the comments down below. As I said, link is at the top of the video description down below. And with that, let's head out to game number 3. Now, it's not me beeping. It's not my new phone beeping because my new phone is off yet, I think. It's gonna be weird having 2 phones, now that I think about it, because I don't think I'm gonna use this phone yet, because as I said, if I get called, I only can pick up on that phone yet, I assume. So I might bring 2 phones around, but I wanna like get some cover for this one first too. I don't know which one cover I will get yet. But yeah, with game number 2, I hope you like understand the condition where this 3 scary games was in. I hope you appreciate the fact that I decided to re-record instead of like, you know, doing a voiceover, because like, that's one thing that I've always had a little bit of an issue with, like voiceovers or re-recording. Like, most of these games are my first playthrough, so if something scares me, or something generally makes me jump, then that reaction will fade away if you like pre-record, or, you know, do a voiceover or do a re-record. Because if you re-record, you know, like, the fear of the unknown is gone. Because, you know, at like this point, a jump scare comes. And by doing a voiceover, you don't get like that first reaction anymore. But let's get this beep off, because apparently something is beeping and my neighbor finds it annoying, so... yeah. Did I just hear something? I came from outside the front door. Why is my game so lagging? Okay, hold on. I apparently... Hold on. You're gonna have to enjoy the beeping. You're gonna have to enjoy the beeping. Where is my Vtuber program? Is it still? That's better. Is it better? That's better. Wait. Why did you... Why don't you like pull the trigger or remove the trigger once you're like past this point? I love games that are easily to break. Hello. Deva, hey, are you seriously gonna let the machine beep all night? It's been going on for 30 minutes. Look, I have a very important exam tomorrow at 7. I cannot sleep at all with the noise coming to the electric box. Please do something about it, buy the token, reveal the balance. If the noise is still going on in 10 minutes, I'm gonna have a serious problem. Come fight me, bitch. Great. No, it looks like he's really losing his mind. Dewa isn't him. I thought it was a girl. Neither by the second. My phone is completely dead, so I can buy the token online. Yeah, keep inner monologuing. Why did you? Okay, where is your wallet? And why do you have like an electricity thing that's like on? Okay, I guess I have enough. Is this just like the smiling man? I can still hear the beeping. Man, the alley looks way creepier than usual. Is this an alleyway? Excuse me, are you open? Huh? Oh, sorry, I fell asleep. I'm so quiet. What do you need? Can I buy electricity token for 20,000 rupa? Sure, can I have you meet in here it is. Okay, dan will be 20,000 rupa. I have to hopefully still have some money. Okay, wait. Here's the money, thank you. Oh, this is weird, why? You meet them, somebody bought a token for it like literally 2 minutes ago. What do you mean somebody paid for it? I live alone. Look here, it says successful. The system code is already generated. Someone used the accessory meter number. Look, I already bought the 20,000 away. Just take it, keep it as tip order. You give me the pin the code. No, wait, I don't want the money. The guy who paid for your house, he was weird, creepy. What guy? Bill Skin, storing blank. You just dropped the cash and whispered your numbers. I don't know, but the guy who came before you didn't give me his number. He just dropped the money, whispered some random numbers and left. I thought he was crazy, so just typed what he said. Wait, that's a puzzle. Look, I already bought this 20,000 anyway. Just take it, keep it as tape, keep it with the code. I would say, don't agree. The serious though, you should hurry up. Register your house, man. Just take the code, keep your money, and when in trouble, just go home. So, somebody weird bought me an electricity token. Well, somebody bought an electricity token. Oh, you're Dupa. Hey, Dupa, answer me. Did you buy me an electricity token? Hey? Huh? We're gonna have a serious problem, huh? Come on, face me, bitch. Legit, I'm not gonna lie. I'm legit, I'm gonna lie. I thought it was a girl. Oh no, someone is cutting through the bushes. Anyway. Is that all you have? Is that all you have? Scurrying through the bushes. You not even try to grab me or drop me. Look. Do I look like you that somebody runs away? And thing. So jump out of the bushes. Be a fucking man. You know, do whatever you want to do. And thing. And that sort of stuff. But don't skirt on the bushes and be like fucking pussy. I would check your closet. No? Oh, I can look. Finally. You know, I'm laying in bed. Oh, you know, and there's nothing gonna nothing gonna happen so much. and think, you know, everything is fine, the meter is green, the beeping is stopped, and think this Preggo is gonna go to bed. Not that you're gonna bet it's gonna happen. So, see, I play horror games. If you don't believe me, I play horror games so much. No, I haven't watched. I'm watching any gameplay of this. I never watch any gameplay of this. In some cases, because in most cases, I just watch like. There are like rare cases. Hi. Do I need to say hi? You know, in most cases I just like scurry through itch.io and usually by popular and thing and find them. But in some cases I do find games like that Markiplier played or VuCC played 8-bit Ryan. Yep. Okay. Was that it? Really? That was the most lamest. Let me quote this so that like. Let me quit. Hold on, let me come back. I have to say, yeah. And I'm not claiming to be like, the most generic horror or like, or the most ordinary horror VTuber, as in the pregnant gendered VTuber trans girl and thing. But, as you know, I do play a lot of horror games and thing. And since I play a lot of horror games, I do have my fair share of experiences in sense of like I do know, what works and what doesn't, or I do know what things, but that is so lame, man. I'm not gonna lie. If I jumpscare you, I'm not saying that you are a bad horror game player or you can't handle jump scares that well, but you know how I saw this? You know how the story has been building up with like your neighbor is like finding your electrical thing beeping annoying. You go to the store, somebody already paid for your electrical bill basically, and on the way back you see your neighbor angry and that sort of stuff. I think to eventually like that you come home, door goes, you go to bed, lights go off, and then a guy comes in. The guy comes into the doorway, and if you from there, do the step thing or like that he murders you, and thing or anything else. Instead, you know what happens? That guy just stands there for 20 seconds, stares at you, and he'll be like, yeah, no, I'm leaving. So directly after that, give you the jump scare. Like, that guy already should be the jump scare, you know what I mean? You take the anticipation away, because like, you know what you're doing? You're building up. Like, you have the story, beeping thing, neighbor is angry, you go to the store, somebody paid for your electricity bill, which is old, crazy guy. You go walking back home, you hear something in the leaves, your neighbor walks by all frizzled up and that sort of stuff. You hear something in the leaves again, and then you come home, you go to bed, the lights go off. And once the light goes off, the door opens. You're building this anticipation. And then suddenly a guy appears in the door frame. And since that guy appeared in the door frame, you expect that he will do something. No, he just stands there for 30 to 20 seconds. And then he just disappears. Do it like 5 seconds after that, get jump scared by a random head. And you know what I mean? Because the anticipation is built up and then like thrown away. I call that jump scare lame thing. But yeah, I mean, you might want to have a different opinion. Link is in the top of the video description down below, as I said, and that sort of stuff. So if you like what you saw, as you know, I'm Preggo, Elise, your pregnant gender Vtuber trans girl, or your pregnant gender Vtuber trans girl on the internet. If you like any of the games that you've seen today, you can play them by checking the link in the top of the video description down below, and that sort of stuff. I hope you also do apologize or don't mind the fact that like this episode has been made slightly weird in the sense of like, you know, I re-recorded the videos. I have like always mixed opinions about re-recording, especially horror games, since it takes away reactions, but you get to that in the beginning of game 3 and that sort of stuff. But do let me know if you like prefer this or like me doing voiceovers. The thing is, like as I said, since game 1 originally took 35 minutes, I don't think I could like put a voiceover over that to cover the whole 30 minutes, I think, and make it like not an empty silence, no commentaries part. So that's the reason I chose this path. But if you do like it, let me know in the comments down below. While you're down there, subscribe and ring the notification bell. If you love horror, you're right here, because this pregnant gender girl focus a lot on horror and Project Diva, as you can see in the background. So if you like horror, every Friday is a horror Friday, with in the morning a different horror game, and in the evening 3 scary games. The morning should have room now for I'm on observation duty, but I've also done several FNAF games. I'm on observation duty games, Dark Deception, All Around the Clock Bikini Bottom, Escape the Backrooms, and way more. If you want to see a few of these horror playlists, make sure to check the icon on the top right. If you want to see any of the previous 3 scary games, make sure to check the outro playlist on the left, and that sort of stuff. And with that, I'm gonna say, if you want to play any of the games, drop off a video description down below. If you want to join my Discord, at the bottom is a link tree with all my socials in there. You can find my Discord. This pregnant gender girl is the most active in Discord and that sort of stuff. So if you like that, make sure to check that out. And with that, I'm going to say have a wonderful night, have a wonderful scare, and might I'll see you in the next 3 scary games. Until then, bye. Bye.